Right here at the Education tab, we have Youth Studio, School and Teacher, Resources, and Lessons, and Time Web. So I'm going to run through these really quick. This is what I think is the most important for us as educators and for our students. So here at the Youth section, I want to show you that they come up with quite a few. All right, it looks like we have 6 here. It has the Youth Invasion, is our first one here, followed by Power Up, Rust, Dine and Discuss, Swishy, and the Open Youth Studio. I'm only going to go through a few of these with you, the ones that I kind of think it's important to highlight, but please feel free to come back and really take a look at this. It may be Pittsburgh is not necessarily right next door for most of us, so actually going to this museum may not be feasible, but the ideas of some of these youth programs I think could be implemented in our schools as after-school art programs or art clubs, so it is important to kind of take a look here. The Youth Invasion, this one I think is super cool because it's an application process. This isn't just for anybody that wants to get dropped off for a day camp or somebody that kind of likes art. This is for the kids that really need to focus in because this is what they love. They need to be empowered and they need to have an outlet for it. The last one took place in May. You have an application process. Only 12 students are enrolled in this program. So they whittle through the applications, decide who is best fitted for this. Once they've been accepted, they come to the Warhol, they kind of take over, which is kind of the cool thing. It's kind of after hours, nobody else is around, it's just these guys making art amongst all the art. It's just super fabulous. Highlights of this program, fashion show, various performances, special artists, guest artists come to talk about the processes, talk about their own work, how the students can grow. Making art is a highlight, of course. Dance party with a DJ, because what high school kid doesn't want a dance party? And refreshments are all available during this time. This picture here shows a group of students setting up for a concert right next to Warhol's work. This one here is an outfit in the fashion show, and this one just shows student work that happened during this time. So like I said, it's an application process, so it's only the best of the best, which is quite an honor if your student were to get into that. Another one I want to talk about is Power Up. Power Up is meant for young African American girls. It's an after-school program. They come to the Warhol and they learn the printing process, but the best part about it is they're connecting actual art to a career. They're printing pamphlets that are going to be distributed in their community that has health-related information in them. So it's an art, it's a practice, it's a form, and now we're getting to see it in action, really serving your community. This young lady here is holding a pamphlet full of information that will be handed out at the local Planned Parenthood. So this program connects art to careers seamlessly. I really, really like it. Let's see, I want to skip down to Swishy. Swishy I think is important. It's an easy transition, I feel like, for Warhol to do, but I think this is important for for everybody. Now we're more accepting today. We have more of an open mind, and I think Warhol in this particular program is serving the students in a fantastic way. This group gets together and they discuss issues of identity, gender, and sexuality. They come together and they make these mini zines about questions they might have, wonderings they have. It's just their way to kind of explore identity, gender, and sexuality in a very safe place, a place of learning, a place of comfort. I just think this is so important to society today. Sometimes it's not okay to talk about it in schools. I have a really hard time with that. I feel like as educators, this is what we do. But there is a line. Public schools, there is a line. We need to know what's going on, what we can say, what we can't say, what parents want to address, that kind of thing. But I think this program here really helps kids kind of identify with what they're feeling and how they're feeling. So this is really proud of this one right here. The last thing I want to touch on here is the Youth Open Studio. At the Open Studio, it's Wednesday evenings from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And what happens is it's simply that, it's a studio. Students can come be with other artists, be with art educators, and have all the materials, everything they need for printmaking at their fingertips. And they just get to have fun exploring the materials, exploring the medium, how things work, failing, learning, all of that. 3 hours every Wednesday. If this were close to me, I would be there. I think this is fantastic. The last little section here I kind of want to go into, or close to the last, is school and teacher. School and teacher section has a couple different subsections. The artist and partnership, outreach programs, and school tours. School tours, we all kind of know. You call a museum, tell them what you're learning, tell them what grade level you are, you bring your kids, you get an awesome docent tour. Same kind of thing. Artist and school partnerships, love it. Artists from the Warhol, our educators come to the schools. They teach at all curriculum levels. They meet state and national standards around the core. So it doesn't have to be an art teacher calling in to say, hey, I'd like you to come do a printmaking thing. It could be a science teacher, a social studies teacher. So they come, they fit their project to meet your curriculum. That makes the principal happy, that makes the kids happy because they get to do art. Phenomenal. I love it. What I like about it for art teachers is silkscreen is an expensive process. My kids aren't able to do that at my school currently because we don't have the funds for it. So if they did come into an art room, maybe it's to show them a process or a procedure that a public school just can't fund. So once again, hats off to you, Warhol. That is another great thing. Okay, this is the last thing I wanted to talk about here. Another phenomenal resource, resources and lessons. So scroll down here a little bit. We have a couple categories. We have lessons by themes. We have lessons by artwork. Browse by standard. Like I said, it can be any kind of standard. It does not have to be art. It all aligns with the 21st century skills and curriculum set. Browse by all lessons and compare and contrast artists. Fantastic resource. I had my junior high kids come to this section. They went through, they decided what they liked, what they didn't like, what they wanted to try, and we had our this week and last week's lessons based off of Warhol and what they found right here on this website. Completely feasible. By theme, it's perfect. That can fit into any kind of social studies or history area. By artwork, maybe you want to do something Campbell Soup Candy, but you're not really sure. For marketing, maybe you got this section. By standard, maybe you're a classroom teacher, you just want more art in the kids' life, so you come here, search by standard. All the lessons, you just want to browse around everything here. And I feel like this last one is killing two birds with one stone. You got your contrast and compare for artists, so you can get more than one artist in at a time. So these are the highlights. This is what I think is important for you to know about this website, what I think our students can benefit from, others teachers can benefit from. So I'm sorry if this felt kind of rushed. My last one was 28 minutes and it was far too long. This time I took two small 10-minute videos and hopefully we have the trick here. Thanks for listening. I look forward to meeting some of you this summer at the Fibers art class, and good work this semester, or this chunk of time. We did it.